In our today's session, we will learn about variables. In our last session, we have seen parameters, how the parameters are used in our Informatica. In our today's session, we will learn about the variables. The variables is nothing but, as I told previously, like variables value can be changed during the session run, but parameter value will not change during the session runtime. So I can have the variables like we have two different variables, right? Variables and parameters. So if you look at this, parameter is nothing but value will not change during the runtime. Variable, the value may change during the runtime, session runtime. So we can have single dollar or $2. So single dollar defines that system level variable. So system defined variable. So session level parameters will go for the single dollar. So same like a dollar, the connection, DB connection, source file directory. For this, we will go for, we will call it as a service level variable also. Service variable. No need to declare this variable. Okay, no need to declare this. So it will be automatically declared by Informatica. Just we have to define it and we have to use it. So we have to assign a value. But the dollar symbol, right? $2 we are going to use. So that is a user defined workflow or maplet or workflow, worklet, mapping or maplet level parameters. Okay. Even parameters and variables. So that is what we will use. So what is this? We will see now. The variables, we are going to see the concept of CDC, change data capture. We will take this variable by using the CDC, change data capture. So variable, the same way we can, however, we have how we have defined the parameters, the same way you can define the variable and you can use it. The parameter file, you can use it, that we have seen in our last session. Now we will see the change data capture. So what is the change data capture? For an example, here we have a source table. So this is what our Informatica source qualifier. Okay. From the source table, we have to extract the data, okay, to the Informatica, and then we have to load it into a target table. So target table, we have to load it. This is a target table. So change data capture means whenever the data is getting changed here, so either inserted or updated. So that data alone, we have to extract here. Normally, how we can do? We will take the max of variable here, maximum timestamp. Say for an example, for the particular date, what is the maximum timestamp we will take? Today, up to 9 o'clock, it has been loaded already. Okay, 10 o'clock, the job is running. So 9 o'clock, the job is running, 8:59, it will be loaded. This 8:59 will be stored in some value, some variable, cache variable, persistent value. So that value will be used next time. We are going to take greater than that particular time. Okay. Where we will use in the source qualifier query. The source qualifier query, we are going to use, say for an example, you have two timestamp. One is created timestamp. Okay. Created timestamp. Another one is updated timestamp. Whenever the data is getting created in source, created timestamp and updated timestamp will be updated with today's data, today's date. Okay. If this particular, if the data is getting updated here in source, the updated timestamp will get changed. Either created timestamp or updated timestamp, it is changing. If it is changing, that I'm taking from here. Okay. So I'm going to extract. So that we will do. So if you consider this particular table, select star from, I will take one table called employees underscore CDC, change data capture. This is one table I have. If you look at this, I have the employee ID, first name, all the tables related to employees table only. I have taken only 15 records. just 15 records. I have two columns extra. Created timestamp, updated timestamp. When this data has been created and updated. Okay. Created timestamp, updated timestamp. I have taken. So from this table, I have to load the data into a target table. Whenever the data is getting changed. Which table I'm going to load? In this table, I'm going to load. Select star from key underscore employees. Assume that this table I'm going to load it. I will delete first. Delete all the data. So delete from table name. Since we are deleted, you can go for the commit. Then we can use the select star from the table. It will not have any data as of now. Okay, assume that this is what my source, this is what my target. Whenever the source is getting inserted or updated, that data alone you have to capture. Okay, this is the scenario. Go to Informatica now. We will use the variable concept. Go here, double click, go to this. Okay, I will create m underscore CDC underscore employees table. Okay, this table I'm going to do the CDC, change data capture. So I'm going to have source table as this particular table. I will go and pull this table, go to source, import from HR, and take this table. I'm going to take this particular table, employees underscore CDC. Click on OK. Go to target. No target. So target table is already available. We can take this table. Go to Informatica. So I will take this particular table as source and change data capture. So target, this is a target table. I will bring one expression. Keep the expression. So I will take this one. So here, create a timestamp, update a timestamp, right? I will keep add new port. So this port I will use the variable. What is the variable, right? $, maximum timestamp. Okay, max of created timestamp. Created timestamp. I will take only created timestamp. This time you can take updated timestamp also, both. You can take. This is a date and time method. So we will make it like a variable. So this is the variable, right? So in order to take the maximum value of the variable, you will go for one variable called setMax variable. Okay, this is the variables we'll have. So I will take setMax variable, minimum variable, set variable, count variable, all this. So I will take setMax variable. If you look at here, setMax variable, variable as character, value as data type. Okay, so I will take setMax variable, variable. So which is the variable? Go to variable. So we have created one variable, right? So user this variable. We'll use in this variable, it should load, comma. What is the value? We can take create a timestamp. So this is for create a timestamp. Even you can take maximum of updated timestamp also. So this will be stored in variable. So this variable actually you have to declare it first. Where we will declare. Go to mapping, parameters and variables. Add a new variable. So this is a variable, right? Variable. This time I will go for variable, not parameter. It's a string. No, it's a date and time. Max aggregation is max. I will take max. Click on OK. That's all. Okay. Then you can go and load it here. The variable port will not be visible, right? So this will be set. That's all. It will take maximum create a timestamp. Okay. So we have to fetch only that value, right? Go to source qualifier. You can go to source qualifier query. Here you can go for generate SQL. And go for generate SQL. Here you will have this particular column. So where created timestamp. So this is the created timestamp, right? So where created timestamp greater than this particular column. So what is the column? So mapping variable, this particular column, right? Greater than this particular t. Okay, clear on this? See, in order to take this one, we will go for the to_date. To_date of this particular value, single quotes we can give. No issues. Single quotes, comma. It is like what is the format it is getting. So even you can get the data from the beginning. Say for an example, I will not use this one. I will remove this one as of now. First of all, we will check what data is coming. Then we'll go for the, we will add this particular field. So I will go and save this. First, we will see what data is populated for this particular column. Go to this workflow. Double click, go to workflows, create workflow underscore CDC. Okay, I will take this particular session. You can go to the employees, double click to mapping, target. Just I'm loading with the target connection. I'm not doing any truncate and load. Target. Okay. If you click on this, apply, save. If you right click and then you can find one option called view persistent value. If you right click and then see there is no value as of now. So I'm going to run it. If you run, so that value will be persisted now. It's running now. It got completed. Okay. Got completed. So 15 records we have. And you can go to the right click. You can see view persistent values. What is the value? How the data is presented? This way, right? It's DD, sorry, it's MM/DD/YYY 24 hours. I will take in this format. Double click. So like this created. So it's like MM/DD/YYYY 4Y space hours 24 colon minute seconds. I'll use this var class here. We will check how the data is fetching. Okay. So here we should not use like this. Create a timestamp. Not a valid month. MMDDY. Okay, here it is populating this way. In real time, it will be, sorry, in the runtime, it's populating this way. We will take this var class. I will take this var class. Okay. I will apply it here. Click on OK, apply OK. So Control S. Now refresh. I'm going to start workflow. We'll check it now. Okay, 0 records has been processed from the source. Okay, why? So there is many data are available, right? Why? Because it's already has taken maximum value it has taken, right? So if the new data has been arrived, then only it will take. Okay, clear on this? Okay, so I'm going to update this particular table. Update this particular table. Set create a timestamp only. I have made it, right? Create a timestamp equal to system date, sysdate, where employee underscore ID equal to some ID I am maintaining 100, 101, 102, 3 data. So I'm going to update it simply. Okay, employee ID. Sorry, in I will use 3 rows updated. The timestamp will be changed. Commit. This data alone should have taken now. See, this is the 20, right? See, created timestamp should not change. Actually, updated timestamp you should have changed. Since I have taken only one column, you can go for other R column. You can make R created timestamp or updated timestamp. If any one of the timestamp is getting changed, you have to pull this. See, I'm not doing any changes in the Informatica level. Just I'm going to start it. Informatica will pull only that 3 records alone. It will not take all the records. Clear on this? Okay, if I'm going to again run, nothing will be loaded. Why? Because already it has the maximum date. See, the maximum date it hasn't taken. Clear? See, look at here, only change data is fetching, right? So this is what we will have the change data capture. Clear? Any doubt? What is set max variable? So you can check what is this count variable, set count, max count, so that you can take it. Any doubt on this?
Suppose we are there is one option like we once this job get completed, the next time the source record should fetch after that, right? So something we can set variables like that also, right?
Sorry?
On the based upon the last runtime, also we can set it up, right? The source query can pick it up from there.
This is what the same, like this we will make it. Real time also we will make it this way. We can go and if you are checking that last timestamp. So what is the max of, you can put maximum last time, what is the maximum value that we can set it variable that we will take it. Normally this is what we will take.
Okay. So in case any issues, if I want to change the time, is that possible?
The cache values you want to change? No, this will automatically change. See here, this is what. So you can reset it. So you can reset it. If you reset, it will pull from the beginning.
Okay.
But this value cannot be changed.
Okay. Reset means
It will be make it like a null values. Again, from the beginning, it will start.
but we can't set it
The
like
server level, we can change it. I think this variable, right? We'll change it in the server level. So what should be the value? We will have an option. See here, we cannot able to change, just viewing it. We will have one option. If you go and check here, parameters, just we are declaring it. And then here variable, I think we can pass some value manually. This value, right? We can pass this value. So that I will check and I let you know.
Yeah, my friend
Manually,
asked question. So he was not able to do anything. He was not able to reset it. So he cloned the mapping and created a new mapping because of that. He told. He was not.
okay.
So he created a new mapping.
Reset we can do. See if you are going to reset, right? From the beginning, it will take now. Again. See here. Value, I'm going to reset it. It has been reset. It has now it's null. Save this. Okay. So I will go and execute now. It will pull all the data now. All the 15 records it will pull now. Okay, it's getting loaded with all the data, right?
Now what is the timestamp? Here, what is the timestamp?
Now it will take the maximum timestamp.
8:31.
Now I have updated 8:31. I have updated, right? So that time it will take.
Yeah, something like the job.
If you want to pass this value as parameter, that we can pass. See, instead of setting up here, right? So what you can do, you can clone. Yeah, as we said, you can clone the mapping, and then here we'll go for instead of set max variable, you can set variable. You can put that particular value. Okay. That value will be uh, set, and then you can have this value. Okay. So this is what the parameters and variables we can use in our real-time project for the change data capture, all this. Okay. So whether I have sent resumes to you all? Resumes?
No, Chandra.
Okay, I will send you the resumes and roles and responsibilities. You prepare your resumes. We will discuss it. Okay. I will send you some 4 or 5 resumes to you. Kindly prepare for that. Okay. See, if you look at here, I will send you this document. Kindly prepare based on your roles, based on your project. So you mention based on your particular skill set. Okay. That you prepare. And if you go to the course content, so you let me know which one we have to see. SQL transformation, transaction control, stored procedure, Java, XML, mapping parameters, variables. So these concepts we have seen, right? Pre-SQL, post-SQL, whether we have seen. Target load type we haven't seen. Am I correct?
Yes,
Target load type we come.
Sorry,
Target load type we come.
we completed. Pre-SQL, post-SQL.
target load plan only we have completed, I guess.
Okay. So target load type we haven't completed. That we will see. Debugger, mapping level properties, dependencies, backtracking, SCD types, reusable, non-reusable, all this task we have seen. Pre-SQL, post-SQL we will see now. And lookup catch we will see. Okay. Parameter file name that we have seen. Performance tuning, whether we have seen.
No.
All right. Migration concept, deployment, check-in, check-out.
No.
So that we will see now. What is target load type? So all this we will see. I will send you the resume. You prepare it and then we will discuss it. Okay. Real-time project. And so once you have completed all this, you prepare for mock interview. I will conduct the mock interview for you all. Okay, separately. So once you have prepared everything, you let me know. We will have the mock interview. Okay. We'll go to the what is target load plan means. You'll have the constraint based load ordering, right? You'll have the target load plan. If I have multiple pipeline, so which one should be executed? So that will go for the target load plan. What is target load type? So here, if I have the table, okay, I can have anything. Okay, employee details. I'll have the employee details here. So if I'm going to run this, so here you can have this mapping target load type. Normally, the target will go and load in two ways. One is bulk load, another one is normal load. So bulk load means so bulk data will be loaded. So batch by batch, the data will be loaded in target table. Normal means like single record by record, it will load. Okay. If the target has any indexes, see if you look, I'm going to load. If the target has indexes, then Informatica will not support bulk load. Okay. See, look at here, bulk load. This will not be supported if the target has index. So for an example, for the target, I will create an index. So create index name. Index name is idx_emp on t_employees column called employee ID. On employee ID, I'm just creating it. So index has been created. So drop index name. If you are creating a primary key, then automatically it will create with unique index. You have to drop that index, okay? If you want, or you have to go for normal mode only. See, the table contains unique index now. The target table contains unique, index now, normal index, but we have chosen bulk mode. It will not run now. Okay. See here, it will fail. So did you get this type of failure in the previous scenario? Like this?
Yes, Chandra. Yes.
Index defined upon it.
Yeah.
So normally what will you do? So has this failing like the table has index defined upon it. It is failing, right? So if it is failing, normally you'll go for, if the target has index, then you have to go with normal mode only. If you are choosing normal mode, Now it will get loaded. Now it will get loaded. But if you have huge volume of data, the normal mode is not recommended one. Why? Because it will take performance wise, it will take a lot of time. So we need to have a bulk mode, and also we need to have the index. How can I go for? I can go, we can enable the bulk mode. Okay, we can enable the bulk mode. We can have the index. So what we will do in the pre-SQL, okay, pre-SQL, we will drop the index. Pre-SQL, we will drop the index. That means index is not there in the table. Can we load in bulk mode? Yes, we can load. After that, we should have the index in the table, right, for the read operations. So we will create the index. If you look at here, we'll go for first drop index, double click, go to mapping. The target we will use pre-SQL, we'll use drop index. We'll use the create index after the load. We'll go for bulk load, apply, okay, save. Then we are running start workflow. This is what it will be run. This is called target load type, pre-SQL, post-SQL, wherever you want. This is target side, we have given pre-SQL, post-SQL, right? Pre-SQL means before loading the data, it will be executed. Post-SQL means after loading the data, it will be executed. See here, bulk mode, pre-SQL, post-SQL is available here. You can have this particular index also. If you go and check here, it should have created. See here, executing the pre-session SQL, very beginning. Drop index, it has been executed successfully, right? Pre-SQL. Then only start reading the data, loading the data into a target table. So once the load has been completed, write or run completed, after that, post-SQL will be executed. Finally, post-SQL successfully completed. Clear on this? So this is what we'll go for the pre-SQL, post-SQL concept. Clear on this? I have dropped it manually. So this is what we'll have the pre-SQL, post-SQL, everything. What is target load type and everything. Okay. Say for an example, you are going for the real-time project. So there you have, you might be having different environment, right? We'll be having dev environment. Be having the development environment, dev. Then you'll be having the QA. So this is a normal one. Based on the project, it will be vary. So in our real-time project and all, we do not have any kind of these many environment. Only QA and dev and production. That those two only we are having it. Other environment we do not have. Just we will develop it. We'll test it here. So even some use cases we could not able to test here. Directly we will deploy into production. There we will do the dry run, everything. But most of the project it will not be in this way. We'll have the dev environment, right? So we'll have the development. So this is called development environment, the dev. And then this is called QA. This is called UAT. This is called the production, prod environment. So once the development completed, it should be moved to the component should be moved to QA. So whatever the component you have developed, say for an example, you might have developed, the components are like Informatica. So Informatica, whatever the component you have developed, it's a .xml file. Then SQL, it's a .sql file. So creating a table, altering table, all this. Then you might have created one more component is called Unix .sh. Then you should have created one more component scheduler might be okay. So these are all the component along with some document you should have. You are going to deploy it. So this is you are creating a deployment. Some build you are creating. So all the components you are keeping in your folder, and then you are creating a build. So that build, so you should have a tool called Jenkins. Have you heard about this? So it's a different kind of tool should be there. You have one tool called Jenkins. By using this tool, it's a continuous integration tool, right? Continuous integration tool. You will be deploying into a QA. You'll be giving the build number, then they will be deploying into a corresponding server. Then they will be taking. Once it has been done testing, they will provide a sign off. Then it will go to the UAT. From the UAT, user acceptance testing. Before user acceptance, they will do the testing. That is what the user acceptance testing. Then production. So this is what code will be moved to the different environment in real time. Okay, you go to the work. So where I can take the XML file? How can I take the XML file? Can I take the XML file from workflow manager? If I'm going to export, okay, you will have one option called export object. If I'm going to export, so what are the component will be exported? If I'm going to export from workflow manager. So if I'm going to export from workflow manager, you will have only workflow and session. Okay, only two components will be exported. See here, exporting session configuration, that default configuration, and then workflow. Since it is a non-reusable session, within the workflow, it will have the session details. So how many objects exported? 2 objects. We should not do like this. Okay, we should go to the repository manager. Always export the component in this repository manager. Unless otherwise your particular team is saying that, okay, extract only source target mapping or extract only the workflow details, then you can go to the corresponding tool, then you can export. Otherwise, you have to export all the component only. Say for an example, I want to export this particular workflow. You can click on export. All the component will be exported. So source definition. So you have 2 sources. I think 3 sources we have. So employees, department locations, T_employees, mapping, default configuration, and workflow. 7 object has been exported. There is no error. There is no warnings. So like this, you can export it. So whatever exported, I want to import it to another folder. Yes, I can import it. See, for this folder, I have to import it. Parameter doesn't have here, right? I can go to repository, import object, browse. So this is the object. Okay, this is manually I'm doing the importing. While importing, say for an example, production from prod, we will take the existing workflows and we will import it to the dev environment for the any enhancement. So this is the way we will do. Export the object from the production by using any DevOps tool. Some tools will be there in real time. You will not have access directly to access the production repository. We'll have some tool. We have to define the repository folder and everything, workflow name. It will get XML. It will give you the XML file to send. It will send automatically to the mail. You can download and you can go to the deployment. So you can go for next. Which folder? I want to go for QA folder. Destination folder you have to choose. Go to next. Check in. You want to check in? Yes, I want to check in. Next. Check in comments. Something prod import. So click on next. Click on go. So why we are getting conflict? Here we are getting conflict. That means this workflow is not there in the QA folder. That means it has been copied. Mapping also not available, copied. But the target source is available in the already in the folder. It is there. This target, this source and everything. That is why we are getting conflict. You can replace. So what is the meaning of replace, right? So from the source, the destination will be get replaced. From production to dev we are taking, we can replace it. So the component will get replaced. You can apply the conflict to all other conflicts. apply this resolution to all the conflicts. So all will be replaced. So from prod, it will be replaced. You can import it. It will be imported. See here, it will be imported now into the QA folder. So like this, we will do the import and export. Clear on this? How we will do? Some in real time, some different tools will be there. You can tell the tool is called Jenkins. If you are going for any project, if you do not have real-time exposure, then you can tell them like Jenkins is the deployment tool we are using for Informatica deployment. Not sure some data is available, but deployment automation with big data management. They are doing some big data. See, Informatica integration with Jenkins, right? How they are doing it. Some videos will be there, so you can go and check Informatica integration with Jenkins for deployment. This is the tool Jenkins. By using that, we will deploy the code. Clear on this? So just to go through this, what is Jenkins, how we will do all this: plan, code, build, and test. So how to deploy the code. Okay. So just to go through this, Jenkins as a tool. So this is what we will deploy the code into other environment, like a QA environment or UAT or production. Okay. So what is check-in, check-out? See, if you look at here, there is a green color tick mark is there in my system. If you have enabled this check-in, check-out option in your system also it should be available. So this green color represents this component has been checked out in my local repository. That means you'll be having the local repository and central repository, right, in real time. So right hand side you have the local repository, left hand side you have the central repository. So if you are multiple user, central repository, this is local repository. So if you are working in the multiple user environment, if you are going to do changes on one particular mapping, same time the other developer should not change anything, right? Same time they should not do any changes, right? So how can we prevent? So that is what they have come up with, this check-in, check-out concept. See, if the existing object is available in the central repository, the existing object, first of all you have to check out. First of all you have to do the checkout. So normally you will be doing the checkout. You will check out. Then one green color mark will be present in the mapping or any object, source or target, any object you are checking, check out. So this will be taken. So this will be taken. If it is checked out, others can see only the object, cannot modify. Okay, they cannot modify anything. They will get write intent lock. Okay, they will get write intent lock when they are trying to change it. So it will show like, so already this particular user has checked out this particular object. You ask them to check in. That is what they will suggest you. It has been checked out, or you are creating a new object here. This is the existing object you are taking, and then you are existing mapping, you are doing the changes, or you are creating a new object here. This is a new object. It will automatically, they're in checked out state only, right? Automatically check out state only. Okay. So once you have done all the changes, again, you have to do the check-in. So once you are doing the check-in, then only the others can be able to see what changes you have done. Okay. And also they can able to change the particular object. You have to do the check-in. Clear on this? What is checkout and check-in? Okay. So for an example, this component has been checked out. Whether others can able to, they can able to read access they will have, but they will not see what changes you have done. Or if you have created this workflow newly in your folder or in your map, in your repository, others cannot able to see this workflow. In your local, it will be there. But if you go to the centralized other system or other user, right, they cannot able to see this workflow. Why? Because you haven't checked in. You have to right click. You have to use the option called versioning, check in. To ask some comment. You can give some comment and click on, then this component, the stick mark will go off. So for an example, again you want to do changes. See, this one, after check-in, you cannot modify anything. It will be disabled. Look at here. After check-in, all the properties will be disabled state. You cannot modify anything. In real time also, this is what we'll have. Same. You cannot able to modify anything. Clear on this? Okay. You want to do changes, again you have to do the checkout. So you want to know who has checked out or something. So you can go to the view history. You can see how many times it has been checked in, checked out, who has done all this, you will be there. You want to compare the previous version? Yes, you can compare it with the previous version if it is available. Okay, you can compare it, you can validate it, view dependency, all these properties you can able to see. And also you can go and check find checkout. So current user, all users, selected folder, yes. So you can see how many object has been checked out. You can see all the object here. So this is called find checkout all this. Say for an example, I am going to check out. I'm going to check out. Just simply check out. This has been checked out. I have done some modifications. Okay. Source, I have done some modifications. The lookup, I'm doing some modifications. Okay. Lookup, some modifications I'm doing. Apply, okay. Save this. So where it will be saved? In our local it will be saved. But can I do undo? Can I do undo? No, I cannot do undo, right? Control Z is not available. But in this check-in, checkout, we can do the undo. That means whatever the changes I have done before checkout, that option you can go with. So go to workflow, versioning. You can go for undo checkout. If you do this, all the changes, whatever you have done, it will be removed. You can see here, target only it is showing, right? See, whatever the changes I have done, it has been removed. You can see the history. Only the previous one is available. Okay. What is undo checkout? View history, compare history, all this you are able to see, right? So this is what check-in, checkout, and the deployment process, import, export options. Any doubt in this? Parameters and variables, all this. So mostly we have seen all the properties and all the concept here. I will send you the resumes to you. So please go through that resume and prepare your resumes. In our next session, we will see the performance tuning and lookup cache and everything. Then we will see the resumes. We will discuss about roles and responsibilities on this. Okay.
Yesterday's video.
Yeah, I will send it today. Okay. I will send today. After this session, I will send it. Yesterday's and today's video and all the materials.
The deployment group.
So that depends on the tool, whichever the tool we are using. Deployment group. I will explain that. Okay. So agile methodology, we are not creating any deployment group and all. So directly we are deploying it in the production. But some project they will use deployment group and everything that I will explain. Okay.
Okay, but it's not needed. Always is not needed.
Always not needed. See, in our real time and all, we are not doing any deployment group and all. We will take the XML file export. We will directly define the target workflow. Sorry, target repository. Sorry, target server, target repository, target folder. These three only we will define the default configuration. Okay, whether we have to replace the object, yes, that is the default configuration. So that we will define it. The deployment tool, right? As I told, the tool called Data ALM, which is running on Airflow, Apache Airflow. So that tool will deploy the code into a production.
In Informatica, suppose that folder itself not available initially, it will automatically create it. Or
No, it will fail.
Okay.
It will fail. Okay, the deployment it will fail. Even
Then
folder name you are defining wrongly, it will fail.
Initially, when the folder is not available, then it will.
We have to create it. We have to ask them.
Okay.
So Informatica admin team, right? You have to ask them. Or sometimes you will have one option, create folder in the deployment tool itself.
Okay.
That option you can do.
But
It depends on the tool.
Okay. But source directory and target directory should always be equal, or
No, that is also they should have already created. Admin teams should have already created. If not, you have to create it by creating some request ID.
But if it's not, say I put my workflows in source directory 1, but in target I'm using a source target directory 2. Okay, some different folder name.
That you can select it. But the directory should be there.
Okay.
See, we used to select source and target on the same directory also in our real time. Source also is on the same directory, target also same directory. That we will select.
Okay.
That is
Chandra,
yes.
to get the clear insight about the topic you are discussing, can you just go to the the repository and show like what Marcel is asking? I'm not able to get the.
No. He is asking that whatever the folder here we have, right? The folder is not available in production. This folder should be available in production, right? Whenever we are deployment, we are doing it. We will mention this repository name, folder name, okay, server name. Server name we will define. Some different servers will be there. Production server, repository name, and then this particular even integration service also will choose here. Okay. While choosing it, if the folder is not available, what will happen? The deployment will fail. Then that time you have to ask first our Informatica admin team to create this folder. They will create it and then they will do it. Okay. The other one is deployment group that I will explain. Okay, how we will create a deployment group. And also this directory, we have some source file directory, target directory. We'll have something like here, source file directory, bat file directory and all. So that directory, can we have different directory? Yes, we can have, no issues.
Okay. But the parameters value should be correct, right?
Yeah, parameter should be, value should be correct.
Okay.
See, I'm going to use source file and target file directory as same directory. No issues, we can have it. But the thing is, the Informatica level, that should be defined. Source also the same directory, target also same directory. That's all.
My question is different. Actually, the mapping, the workflow is available in directory 1, but I want to deploy in production directory 2. Will that work out if we if I create
Which
a
directory? Workflow?
Workflow is available in directory 1 in QA environment, but in production, I want to deploy it in directory 2.
Directory 2 means I'm not getting source file directory.
Folder. Okay. What in the workflow?
That
is
we can do. This folder we can do. See here at 8 a.m. AST. In production 8 p.m. IST. That we
8
can do,
PM.
no issues.
No issues. Okay.
Yeah, no issues. We used to do it. Okay. See, we in our dev environment, we will create Informatica flow, everything in our local folder. My name. Chandra, I will create on the folder. On production, it will not be under Chandra. It will be like whichever the team I'm working for, risk team, compliance team, core team, all this, the team will be there. Some folder will be there that we will create.
Okay.
We will deploy it. Okay. So we will discuss. Okay. If you have whatever the doubt you have on the project environment, please raise your doubt. Okay. So that I can explain how we will do in our real time. Okay. Yeah. So thank you all. We will meet on Monday, same time morning. Okay. I will send all the documents before that.
Okay.
Thank you all.